too dark. Okay, so let's get started. Hello teachers. The plan is to do one live video per week for teachers to help you on your path to having an amazing garden this school year. And this is the second video. We had one last week. What's the main difference between a school garden and other types of fruit gardens there are? Let's think about it for a second. If you were to name one important difference that exists in building, planting, maintaining a school garden that doesn't exist in or is very different in all the other types of gardens like home adult gardens and home kids gardens and urban farms or orchards or community gardens, any other type of garden, what would you name? Did you think about it for a second? There's actually many, but there's one that's very significant, and that is schedule. Schedule is very important. Schools usually follow a very strict schedule that you as a teacher can't really go outside of easily. And why is that important? Because whatever you plan for your kids' garden, for your school garden, has to fit inside that framework of that schedule. Watering can't happen during the evening, for example. Why? Because there's no students to do the watering. And you might be saying, well, we can have parent volunteers to do it, we can have the caretakers to do it, etc., etc. And if you watched the last video, the last week's live, you know why that is not a good solution. Last week, we talked about the very main purpose, the single number one purpose of a school garden being teaching the students of that school to learn how to grow their own food. So hands-on, authentic education and learning is the main purpose of a school garden. And to achieve that purpose, students need to do all the work that they can possibly actually be assigned to do in the school garden. It's supposed to be hands-on and authentic, remember? Therefore, you want the watering and everything else, all the other maintenance, to be done by the students, and therefore they all need to happen during the school hours, and therefore you need to be well following the school schedule. And we will expand on this more in the next lives that I'm going to give you in the next weeks. Now, type down below your thoughts on how to include all that needs to be done in your school garden as part of the school schedule in your school, and I will expand on it further later. All right. See you next time. Cheers.